I thought we got off to a great start. I thought the crowd kind of energized us a little bit. And then, once we started subbing, like, we got to be way more disciplined. Like, we're just fouling. Team shot 22 free throws in the first half, so I thought our on-the-ball defense was pretty good, but we're just fouling way too much. It's just lack of discipline. A lot of our guys, just their first time really playing in front of our home crowd. I love our fans. They're going to come out and they're going to do what they do and be who they be. We have to make sure we play basketball, right, and not get caught up in the antics. They in the crowd waving at their mamas and everything. It's just a lack of focus, and we're fouling. We're making a team part of the game who we supposed to have some separation from, but they're staying in the game because we're fouling and unfocused at the free throw line. So I had to, insert some discipline and sit some guys down and just go with the guys who were going to do what I asked them to do and stay focused and lock in on us and have a basketball game and not a party in the circus.
And with a bunch of new faces on the squad, how can you say that the team's gelled so far this season?
We're coming along, right? Like, we're not going to normally hit that mark until Martin Luther King Day, and that was with a veteran-laden team. So all these guys are new. Look, I don't know them. I don't care what they did at the other bouts or whatever. I'm just judging them and evaluating them. They consistent pattern of behaviors around us, right? And so we're just trying to figure out who is who and what is what. I thought Jonathan stepped up and he had a good game. He needed that for his confidence. Gage is always slow and steady. Gage is going to be a guy that's going to play the same way regardless of who he's playing. I thought Corey was decent. I wanted to rest him. He got a lot of mileage on his knees, and so we got to get on the bus and go to Dayton. So that's not pleasant for a 6'10" guy, right? That's almost like putting him in a suitcase. So I wanted to kind of preserve his knees a little bit. But Toccoa came in and he knocked down some shots, and DJ had 12 assists. I want him to take care of it a little more. But, we had 6 guys in double figures, so all in all, I'm happy with the win.
Only 7 missed free throws. However, you did have 24 fouls, and you had a technical foul as well. Coach, how do you find a way to break even at the line going forward?
Well, we're fouling a lot, so we got to be coached better, right? Because we're fouling way too much, and it's undisciplined. But these guys have to figure out how the referees are calling the game and then adjust to that, right? Now, with that said, I don't think any team should shoot 22 free throws in one half. If we was playing the Boston Celtics, I don't think they should shoot 22 free throws in one half. So I had to voice my concern. Ooh, we got to go back, and now it gets real again, right? We got a brutal schedule, so we ain't got no time to feel sorry for ourselves, and we don't hold pity parties over this way. We know they're going to be well prepared. They probably have one of the best basketball programs and home court advantages in the country. So it's familiar territory for us. We played a couple of NCAA games up there, and so we understand the crowd turnout that they are accustomed to. So we're looking for a dogfight when we go in there, and so I think we're going to bust up there on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken, get off our feet, try to get some rest, and get our legs back underneath us and be prepared for a tough battle.
Jonathan, 8 for 8 from the field tonight. How did that boost your team performance?
Really just being in the right spots for us, just having energy and just making the right plays. Gave us a lead tonight. It was good for us.
26 minutes of cheering your teammates on the sideline. How did that boost, not only the guys who were playing, but the team around?
Just knowing that we got a good group of guys. Everybody gelled great together. So always just staying positive, especially when I'm not even in the game, and just being positive for them. That's what we do, really.
20 points. 8 for 8 from the field goal and 4-6 from the strike. Is this just kind of a night that you were hot, or is it something we can expect going forward?
I think this was a good game for my confidence.
A lot of fouls in the first half, like Coach mentioned. It seems like you guys came out a lot hungrier in the second half. What was kind of the message at halftime?
Really just staying disciplined on defense. We had times like we came out, we wanted to play defense. We wanted to do what we do, but we just needed to stay disciplined, really. No hands. They was already calling fouls. They shot like 22 free throws in the first half. So we just knew we had to be disciplined, but still had the same aggression on defense.
And a couple of tough games early, but a big win tonight against Toccoa Falls.
Yeah.
Where does your team's identity lay right now?
Really, our identity got to be we got to be hungry. I feel like with us, we got to be hungry. We got to be better defensively. We got to be more as one. But I feel like moving forward, that should be our identity.
You said be better defensively. In what ways could you guys be better?
Really just just showing hands, just like small things, being in the gaps, the little details, the small details, things like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
6 games under your belt, what type of team is Moton Central at this point?
We good on the defensive end, but we still figuring stuff out. We all new, so we still figuring it out. But as long as we just listen to what coach say and we stay in discipline, we'll be all right. We'll have our identity.
Dayton Saturday. What can we expect from you and from the team?
Just being aggressive, starting off earlier, being aggressive, rebounding, just being that guy that can do the dirty work for the team.